Good morning, San Diego. This That's on the deck. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So, the video is going to be talking about the processing with the United States Army and trying to join. Okay. So, here we go. All right. So, I'm going to do a couple steps. There's 9 steps that I think personally that you need to go through with joining the United States Army. All right. So, the first step is, talking to a United States Army recruiter. Once you build up that report and you have the encouragement to want to talk to that United States Army recruiter, that's when you want to contact that guy, give him a phone call, find the nearest recruiter near you to figure out what you need to be able to join the Army and see if you're yourself qualified. All right, so that's step 1. All right, building up the courage to want to dial that phone or come into the recruiter center and let them know you decide that you want to join the United States Army. All right, that's step 1. All right, step 2. Now, step 2 is once that you talk to the United States Army recruiter and you and him build that report, okay, and he talks to you and he lets you know what you need to be able to come in. Certain docs that you need to have when you come in. At all times, you need to have your Social Security card, your driving license, and your birth certificate, and a high school diploma or a GED. Those 3 things will save you a lot when you start the processing for the United States Army. All right. Now, when you do come into the United States Army office to talk to a recruiter, you're going to take a test. All right. This test is called an EAST test. The basis of this EAST test is basically to see where your knowledge stand at when it's time for you to take the ASVAB. All right. The test could go from 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depends on the knowledge that you are. So if you ever are thinking about joining, start studying on your math. All right, that's the most thing that everybody start to struggle with is the math. All right, that's step 2. Step 3, all right, once you take this ASVAB and the recruiter shows that, hey, you have the knowledge to be able to take the ASVAB or you are pretty good and you score 31 or higher, then that recruiter will set you up for 2 things. All right, so you have 2 options that you can take to prepare yourself for the ASVAB. All right, one is called the PICAT. All right. The PICAT is a test that you can take right here in the Recruiter Center, just like the ASVAB. Okay? All right? Either you could take the PICAT or you could take the ASVAB. Now, the ASVAB will always be taken at MEPS. You will never take that in the Recruiter Center. Okay? That's something you have to go down to MEPS. Now, every time you go down to MEPS, you got to have your Social Security card with you in your hand and identification just to make sure it's you. Okay? Now, if you take the PICAT here in the office, and you do pass the PICAT, then you will go down to MEPS to take a confirmation test just to make sure you did not cheat on the test. Okay? So once that happens, you will take a confirmation test. Now, what it end up happening is you could take a confirmation test or you could end up taking full-blown out ASVAB. All right? So we have guys that does take the EAST, especially in the United States Army, and they're not doing too good on it. We give them a program to help them assist themselves, okay? Ain't no United States Army recruiter gonna tell you to go out and buy an ASVAB book, okay? Okay, there you go. All right, somebody was calling me on my phone. Sorry about that. All right, step 4. Once you take the ASVAB or you take the PICAT, all right, it's one thing that the United States Army can do. All right. And the best thing that we can do, we can pull jobs and show you what you qualify for. All right. That is step 4, which I think is probably one of the best steps out of all the branches out there. All right. Now, what that means, pulling a job for you to be able to see. Now, when we pull a job, all right, the AFQT, which most of you guys already know about, that are trying to join the military. All right. So, what we do is we pull the jobs and we show what you're qualified for. All right, that is your opportunity right there to sit there and figure out what job you like, to question the recruiter, to ask the recruiter every different type of question about that job. All right, the biggest thing that I try to get people to see is that you can't judge a job on what you see on a video, and you can't judge a job off of what does it sound like. All right, so the example that I give certain guys when they're picking jobs or they're deciding that they want to with a different branch. All right, and this is the quote that I use. The best thing that you want to do, all right, when anytime somebody's looking for a job, all right, when you go into a job, any civilian population workforce out there, you're going in there to get hired for a position. Okay, so I always use Burger King. So if you're going to go to Burger King, okay, you're going to Burger King to look for a position. All right, you're not going to go in there and say, I need a job. I don't care what you put him in. Some people might do that. Just be honest with you, some people might do that. But you're going to go in there, you're going to ask for a certain position. Okay, I see you guys are looking for a cook. I see you guys are looking for a cashier. All right, so you know when you're walking in there what position you are looking for or what that guy is hiring. The United States Army is the same way. All right, that's one good thing about it. When you're going to walk in and you're going to look at a job, you're going to know what job you're going to pick. I'm not going to tell you, hey, I could get you in this field, or we could get you around this area. There's no such thing. We could get you in that job. All right, but you got to qualify for it. All right, that's step 4. Step 5 is the process. Once you have taken the ASVAB or you have taken the PICAT, all right, you will go down to MEPS and you will take a full blown out physical. Okay, whatever your recruiter had discussed dealing with your medical issues, or if you do have any medical issues, you will go down to MEPS and then we'll do a whole blown out physical on you. All right, and the purpose of this physical is to make sure that you're going to be physically capable to go to basic, or to make sure that nothing is medically wrong with you. Okay. All right, all day process. So my advice to you, take a day off. All right, properly plan with it. You and your recruiter should have a date of when you're going to go down to the physical. So if you guys work, or if you guys go to college, or if you guys go to school, you can sit down with your boss or your teacher and let them know, look, this is the day that I'm going down to do the physical. You always want a backwards plan when it's coming up for you to be able to do the physical. Okay. All day process. All right, certain dress codes that you have to have when you go down to MEPS. Also, make sure you get with your recruiter. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reading guys things up there. I'll answer the questions once I'm done with this video. So you have to be very respectful when you go down to MEPS. Okay. Like I said, every time you go to MEPS, Social Security card and identification card. All right, make sure you and your recruiter have sat down and talked to each other how the process go. So like I said before, it will be an all-day process, so you have to be prepared and you have to be patient. All right, step 6. Now you can combine step 5 and step 6 together. All right, but we're going to talk about it individually. Step 6 is when you will go down to enlist. All right, that date should be a week prior to you coming into the office. All right. Now, when you go down to enlist at the MEPS, all right, you will have a job in hand. Depending on your situation, everybody's situation is different. Some guys can go down with a job. Some guys cannot go down with a job. My advice, go down with a job. Make sure you're comfortable with the job that you pull from your recruiter. All right, when you go to MEPS, it will be the same process as when you're going to do the physical. You're going to go there early in the morning, and you're going to sit with some counselors. They're going to talk to you about everything dealing with your packet. All right, that is your time. You need to ask questions. Okay, make sure your packet is good to go before you go down to MEPS. Everything has to be squared away. Everything has to be good to go. The faster you finish with everything, the faster you get out. The faster you and your recruiter sit down and make sure everything is good to go, dealing with your records and everything, dealing with the job that you want. You make everyone's job much easier, and you get out of MEPS a little quicker. Okay, so when you go down there to enlist, you're gonna go down there and you're gonna raise your right hand. All right, which is probably the best thing you're ever going to do. And you're going to listen to the United States Army. Okay. Step 7. Now, you will go, you and your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, or your wife, or your best friend, or anybody that you want to have there with you can go with you and watch you swear into the United States Army. After you swear into the United States Army, you come back to the recruiter center. Okay. And you will fall into something that we call the Future Soldier Program. Okay, now depending on your job or when you do ship off to basic, you could be in a program for up to 30 or 60 days, depends once again off of your situation or the type of job that you pick. Most jobs will be pulled to ship off the basic around 30 days. Depends on if you decide you want to do something that's called a quick ship, and that's more like to follow. That's something you need to ask your recruiter about. All right. Now you go into the Future Soldier program. All right. Everything is good to go. All right. Now we have a thing that's called Future Soldier program. The purpose of the Future Soldier program is to make sure you guys are physically capable to be able to go to basic training. That means to keep your knowledge up of what the knowledge is in the United States Army. All right. That means learning the rank. That means getting you physically fit. All right. Doing physical fitness once a week would not get you in shape. Okay. So you have to take the fortitude to get out there and run on your own and do push-ups and get yourself prepared for basic training. Okay. Get yourself prepared for basic training. All right. So, and there's certain classes that you have to do. All right. So, depending on your recruiter and depending on the recruiter center, all right, some guys might do it on Thursday, some guys might do it on Friday. So, you already know and you're already tracking that, hey, I know I got to do training on this day. You're going to set yourself up for success if you're attending Future Soldier program. If you're not attending the Future Soldier program, it's going to hurt you when you're going to go to basic. You're not going to know the rank structure. You're going to struggle on physical fitness. All right, so you want to get yourself prepared for when that time do come. Also, and the reason why it's a grace period of 30 days is to get your family in order, get your finance in order, so when you do go to basic training, you'll be good to go. Okay, that's step 8. All right. Step 9. All right. Is shipping the basic. Now you have 2 different options. All right. Now, any guys that do active duty, all right, you will go to the hotel room prior to you shipping off to basic training. All right. That is a time that they would take you to MEPS. You will go to the hotel the day before that, and then you will go to MEPS in that morning. Okay. That is a time you can sit down with your family and say, never say goodbye. I always say, somebody always use, I'll see you later. All right. Never say goodbye. Say, I'll see you later. All right. So once that happens, you go to the hotel. Now that's for active duty. Now when it's dealing with the reserve, the recruiter will take you to the airport. Okay. Now once a reserve person enlists into the United States Army, all right, that is your time that your recruiter will take you to your reserve unit and introduce you to your reserve unit. Okay. You guys have to go to drill. All right, so a lot of guys is not going to drill once they enlisted to the United States Army Reserve. You have to go to drill. That's the way you're going to start to get paid. Okay, so that's step 9. All right, now let me go to these questions right quick. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little video. I'm going to do my own personal video, and I'm going to change the steps up a little bit. So if you guys get kind of confused, you can always go back to the video and, okay, so on that side, I got to have this when I go down to Recruiter Center, and I got to have that. All right, so I have the steps and everything typed up so you guys can be able to know of how the process goes with the United States Army. All right, you can make something turn something into a month, into something to turn into 2 weeks if you join the United States Army. I like 1 week. All right, so the purpose of this video is to prepare people when they do decide to join the United States Army and make this transition very smooth. Okay, so let's go to the questions and see. Okay, I'm just scrolling down on my thing. All right, even welding. All right, yes, Mr. Anderson, the United States Army even have a welding job. All right, so most questions that I get on here when I do live are dealing with jobs. All right, so let me explain jobs right quick. I'm gonna get my little OS Bible. All right, so let's take. I don't want to say nothing crazy. So let's take a medical logistics specialist. All right, and you guys take the ASVAB. All right, and you get, let's say, 53 on your FQT. All right, so to be able to get a medical logistics specialist job, all right, there's certain codings on a job field that you have to get. All right, so let's see if you guys can see that. All right, you see that 90 CL. All right, so let's say you get an 89 in the CL. Okay, and you're like, "Sir, I really want the job so bad. I really want to do it. I love it. If I don't get it, I'm not gonna be happy." But guess what? You don't qualify for it. All right. So according to this book right here, you have to get a 90 in clerical on the ASVAB. If you get 89, you don't qualify for it. Okay? You don't qualify for it. There's nothing that we can do to get it for you. All right? Now, it's also something that you have to be physical qualified for. Okay? So, there's certain codes right here. Where is that? Right there. You see that right there? Which is a meaning to it, and that's a whole different class. All right? You have to qualify on that. Now, let's say you get a 90 CL in clerical, and you're good to go physically. All right? If that job is available, we will get it for you. There's no recruiter out there that would deny a person a job if it's on the system. None. And like I say, every situation dictates. Every person's situation is different. If your friend got a, let's say a 6-8 Juliet with a $20,000 bonus, that's your friend. It's a little different. Everybody personnel is different. So somebody might get something different, or y'all might get the same job. Somebody might get a 6-8 Juliet just like you and get a bonus, and you might not get a bonus. It's all dependent on what's in that system. Okay? So you guys got to understand that when you are sitting down with your recruiter. All right? We're not like magicians, automatic, make things just reappear. Appear. Can't. It's a system that we have to go by, just like every job out there in the civilian world. All right? All right, who has a question? Recruiter told me about it, and I'll be taking it soon. All right, so the biggest things is, all right, so you got two things that you got to focus on. You have your positive people and you have the negative people. All right, now, the positive people are people that you go and you talk to and you get advice from, and you ask them about things in life. All right, negative people are people that always tell you the negative things, telling you stuff, hey, don't do it, none of that. So the biggest thing that most people run into is, my friend tell me not to join, my wife don't want me to join, my high school friends don't want to tell me to join. All right, so we'll get a little personal with Solid Debt. All right, with Solid Debt joined the United States Army, I joined with my twin brother. All right, but when I joined for me. Okay, so Solid Debt didn't have the things to be able to go to college, none of that. I joined because I wanted to join. All right, now if you're trying to convince somebody that you want to join, you have to bring them to a recruiter center to see what type of programs that the Army is offering. Okay, you can't go off of what you see online. You can't go off of what people say that was prior in any military branch, because everybody's career is different. All right, like I say, you can't knock something till you try it. All right, if you never experienced, how can you say an opinion on it if you know nothing about it? All right, so try to convince your wife to let you enroll. All right, you have to show it to her. You have to let her know this is something that you want to do. The benefits of helping your family, the benefits of helping you and her. Okay, yes, even in any civilian job that you get, you're gonna make sacrifices. All right, and a lot of people understand that you gotta make sacrifice sometimes. All right, you're not gonna start on the top nowhere in a civilian world and think you're gonna start on top. Everybody gotta start at the bottom. I'm not saying joining the United States Army is gonna make you sit at the bottom. It will not. It's gonna enhance you and make you better. All right. Even old staff Solid Debt started as a private, no rank on his chest. Okay, but I worked my way up. All right, but to try to convince somebody to let you join is your life. It's your decision. Okay, to want to better your family and want to better yourself. All right, most people can make it a career. Most people could do 3-4 years and get out. It all depends on you. But if you want to trade and you want to set yourself up for success, and you want to make sure that your family's going to be taken care of medically, housing-wise, a stable income, a stabilization income, you know, then you'll be good to go. But if you're out there working, let's say 9 to 5, and you're living off paycheck to paycheck, that is going to hurt you. That is really going to hurt you. Can't give you financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, but you got to have that sit down with that significant other or your friend and explain to them why. I always tell people to do this: write 10 things, positive things, and 10 write all the positive things about joining the United States Army and all the negative things about joining the United States Army. And let's say the positive outweigh the negative. What else do you have to complain about it? Okay, now if the negatives outweigh the positive, hey, you know what your answer is. None of that, and I can tell you. Okay, we cannot make you want to join the United States Army. It's something that you have to do. We are just the advocates for the United States Army, and we tell our Army story and let you know what we have done throughout our 9, 10, 15, 20 some years in the United States Army. All right, so you have to make that decision and talk to that significant other and let them know, look, this is where I want to see myself in 5 years or 6 years, and I think the United States Army can help me get there. Will it be hard? Will it be sweat? Yes, it will. But you got to have that goal and that passion to want to get there. All right, most of us that joined the United States Army didn't know what it would even entail when we joined, but we went out there and we grabbed it. We embraced it, and we wait for it. Now, did we have some people along the way that disagree with it? Yes. But I bet you 100% most of the people you're going to see when you join going to always tell you, man, I sure wish I would have came with you. All right, let's go to the next question. The cutoff age. All right, so now if you're trying to do the cutoff age for active and reserve is 35. All right, so if you try to do active duty, you have to be in basic before your 35th birthday. All right, now if you're trying to do the reserve, you have to be enlisted, raise your right hand into the reserve before your 35th birthday. All right, so a lot of people are thinking that, hey, I can't join the United States Army, I'm 28, 29, I'm too old. No, you're not. 35 is the age for you to be able to join on the active duty or the reserve and enlisted. All right, is there 11th grade going to 12th grade, be able to knock out basic? Yes, so we got something that's called the split ops. Okay, so guys that are in 11th grade and about to be seniors can join while they're in 11th grade. All right, that program will be opening up around April time frame, March time frame, depends on once we get the message saying it is open. All right, the situation to that is those guys can only do reserve. They cannot do active duty. All right, so if they're doing a split ops program where they go to basic, their junior year, their junior year summertime, after their junior year, once they become seniors, is the reserve. Okay, so that goes into that. Is it true that the Army is the fastest ranking branch? All right, so I get asked that question a lot. All right, so you gotta take a corporation. All right, so I always use a corporation. So let's pick up McDonald's, probably one of the biggest fast food restaurants out there. All right, and the reason why I'm talking civilian guys because most of you guys are civilian. All right, McDonald's. So you take McDonald's, all right, and you take a corner store on side the street. All right, so McDonald's is probably a 500 Fortune company that got McDonald's all over the world. All right, then you have a little corner store that is sitting right there. All right, who you think promotes or get paid more? Is it the big company or is it the little company? All right, now what I'm getting to is that my McDonald's being a bigger company dealing with the fast food company, they're going to be able to have that money to be able to spend and get people more promoted faster to go up in higher end ranks. All right, now when you have that corner store, they're on a limit because it's a small company, it's a small mom and pop shop, so they can't give that much raises like they want to because they just started and they're not that big. So when it comes to the Army promoting faster, yes, we do promote faster than any other branch. And the reason why is because, just like that sign right behind me, we're so big. All right, so from E1 to E4, what's from private to a specialist, all right, it's guaranteed. All right, probably within 18 months, you can be an E4 in the United States Army. All right. So you can either come in as E1, E2, E3, E4, depending on your situation or your college degree or certain things that you take once you're out of high school. All right. Me, I came in as a straight private. No rank on my chest, straight fuzzy. All right. I made rank pretty fast. So, by the Army being the biggest, yes, we do promote faster. We have so many personnel that's in the United States Army that we have to promote every month. So, a couple days, somebody's getting promoted to E2, somebody's getting promoted to E3, somebody's getting promoted to E5, E4 2, E6, and E7. So we're constantly promoting people every month. Depending on other branches, you have to ask the Navy, you have to ask the Marine, how do your promotion system go? All right, so if I make a promotion, let's say I qualify to make that promotion the previous month, this month, when do I get promoted to that next month? All right, if it's the United States Army, I'm gonna tell you, you get promoted next month. All right, now once you get into the sergeant rank, it gets a little enhanced where you have to know more knowledge once you get into the Army. But by the time you get to that sergeant, you're gonna know how the Army goes. Now, if you do your career right, within 3 years, you can be an E4. If you come in as a private, you can be a specialist in the Army within probably 2 years. Depends on your performance. Everything can get a waiver for it to be able to get a higher rank. So yes, the United States Army do promote faster. Trouble passing out of there. And I'm just trying to do this class. All right. So when it comes to the ASVAB, okay, this is what you have to do. All right. So, and I keep saying this over and over, you have to put down the calculator. All right. Put down your calculator and work those problems. All right, you have to focus on studying. All right, take your time when you're taking the ASVAB, or take the time when you're studying. All right, most everyone is hurting on the mat because most people are pulling out these apps on their phone. They're trying to cheat a little bit to get that answer that you want. But you have to start from the beginning. Start from the basic math. You cannot start from fractions if you know nothing about algebra. If you know nothing about algebra, you have to start from the beginning. Start from adding and subtracting. Then go from multiplication to division. Then go try to do decimals. You have to start from the beginning if you haven't done math in years. You cannot just go in there and say, oh yeah, I'm a trigonometry, and try to square the way or algebra if you haven't done it in years. The problem with people failing the practice test or failing the ASVAB is you're not studying. You have to work your mind and you have to figure out how to start math over again. All right, so best thing I can tell you is you have to study, you have to focus. You have to take 2 hours a day to be able to study. It says in statistics, it takes a person 100 times to catch on to something. So if you're not catching it, maybe you got to do it 100 times. But if this is something that you really want to do, you're going to do it no matter how long it takes. You got to have the confidence in yourself. All right. All right. I think I answer everybody questions. Let's see. So, yes, or do a 14-month senior for active duty. You can do that. For my one of the guys asked a question. They can't wait till in April to be able to do it. All right. So, do I have any other questions? If I don't, I will be out. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a video with the steps that's going to be more in depth dealing with the process with the United States Army. But at the end of this video, you have to figure out what you want to do. All right, when you come into the recruiter office, you gotta have questions for these guys. All right, you gotta make sure there's something that you want to do. All right, because once you say I do agree that I want to join the United States Army, we will put you in the United States Army. So you have to have that in your mindset that, hey, I know this is what we're about to do and I'm ready to go. All right. If any time that you feel like you don't want to do this, be a man and be a woman, pick the phone up and let that recruiter know. Look, son, I decide this is not something that I want to do. And respectfully, we'll tell you have a nice life, you know, and if you ever decide that you want to change your mind, we're always going to be here. But you got to have that mindset that this is what I want to do. See that soldier up there? Right there. All right. Okay. So, have any more questions? I would see you guys later. It's nice talking to some of you. I hope the information that I gave you guys helped out a lot. All right. The next video that I'll probably be coming out with will probably be dealing with the processes of bonuses. All right. So, y'all have a nice day, especially you guys in San Diego. Stay out that rain. Make sure y'all drive okay. And I will see you guys later. Also, we will be open today. All right. So if you feel like you think this is some good information you'd like to know more about, you know, come on down to our office at 9119 Claremont Mesa Boulevard. All right. Either see any recruiter in here can assist you better. All right. Or you can give us a call at 858-569-7878. Okay. If you don't feel comfortable with either calling or coming down to the center, send me a message on my Facebook page. Ace on Ladette, this is the type of question I have. Would you be able to ask it? I also have a website out there on Facebook that's called Ask the United States Army Recruiter. I probably have a total of probably 50 recruiters on there that can answer any questions if I can't answer it. That might know it, that the answer that I might not know it to. All right, so we will be open today. So if you feel like, look, this is something I want to do, I want to take that extra step, I want to walk into these doors and I want to see if I qualify to join the United States Army, come and do it. We don't bite. We're human beings just like you. The only difference is we put a uniform on, we put boots on, and we say "whoa" to everybody. All right, so don't feel embarrassed. Don't think a question is a dumb question. Ask the question. All right. So once again, if you have any questions, give us a call at 858-569-7878, or you can give me a call at 619-804-0696. Okay. If you have taken the ASVAB before and you feel like you just gave up, keep trying. Don't ever stop trying. If this is something that you want to do, don't ever stop trying. Don't let something discourage you from doing something that your heart wants you to do. All right, you got to put your mind to it. All right. Remember, every single one of us that was in this office was in the same shoot you were in years ago. I was in the same shoot 15 years ago about joining the United States Army, and I loved it ever since the day since I done it. Have I had my bad days? Yes. Have I had my great days? Wonderful. All right, but right now is the time to join the United States Army. All right, so like I said, I hope the information that I said today will help half of you guys out there. So I will see you guys later. Peace.